So now I'm going to turn the tenons on the end of the leg. So before, when I turned them, I didn't turn them to exact size. I left them a little big. And then I stuck them down in the kiln without drying the mortise up here, or without over drying the mortise. I like the mortise at about 15%, and this stock was air dried whenever I turned it. So I stuck it down into here and leave it for a couple of days and super dry these tenons. So this kiln runs about 150 degrees, 2 light bulbs, and now I'm going to pull them out and true those tenons, and they'll be ready to go into the chair then. So let me get these out. And now we'll go over to the lathe. So this is oversized, as I said, and so I'm getting ready to true it. And this is the taper right here. So built this little gizmo, and it's a little trick that Pete Galbert showed me. This of course sits in the slot there in the lathe, and it's all lined up to where the center line is right up the center of the taper there. And this is a 6-degree taper. It's included, so it's 3 on each side. And now I can just put it right up underneath there, and I can just look at my tool rest. I moved it, but I never did tighten it down. Well, I can do that. And then I can just sight right over the top of it as I turn it and just nail it. So that's what I'll do as soon as I tighten down my tool rest. Give me a second. Okay, so now we're ready. I'll turn the lathe on. That looks great right there. That ought to fit. So next I'll go to showing you how I finish this. I do a little different finishing job on it as I do on my other turnings. So for years when I did double bobbin turnings, I did them out of maple like my other turnings, and either had a skew chisel or a slick finish on it. You could finish it with a skew, or you could sand it, either way. And then, I don't know how many years ago, 15 years ago or so, I got an order for a very interesting piece, and I ended up doing the legs out of red oak and then doing a spokeshave finish on it, a faceted finish on it. And I liked it so much that I started working it into some other designs. And this little fanback looks really sweet with that, and it gives some different dimension to this simple leg. For one, the red oak, being really open grain, shows through the milk paint very, very nice, especially on this tangential plane right here. And then you do a black over red finish on it, which gives it kind of another dimension. But then this spokeshave faceted finish just lets the light bounce off of it like a cut stone or something. And it's real. All of them are real subtle, which I like all that subtle stuff, and they add up to be something very rich. It's real easy to do. I like to go ahead and finish the turning pretty close to a finish cut. I mean, I don't, if I've got a little bit of roughness on it, that's okay. But you can take it right off of the gouge, but to take out all the gouge marks, you usually have to go around it twice with the spokeshave. Whereas if it's all finished and slick, you can get by with just one time with the spokeshave. And it almost looks like it's been like index, but it's not. It's not even close. So this is the way that I do it. Okay. So now I'm just going to take out that pencil line methodically. Just one cut all the way around. So the spokeshave that I'm using, since my turnings are kind of stylized a tad bit and they're concave everywhere, it kind of lightens the chair up and lifts it up when you do that. Then you need a spokeshave that is slightly convex here, or you won't be able to get right into there. So this one is very, very slightly convex. If you don't have one of these fancy guys, you could just take an old Stanley 151 and you could file it like that. That'd probably be the safest thing to do. Or if you want to move a little quicker, you could put it on a belt sander. Just be real careful with it. But just remember, it is just very, very slight. So I just kind of just hook the blade right in the groove there, pull forward, skewing it so you don't chatter any. And that's the mark. And then just continue all the way around. It's rather mesmerizing, actually. I enjoy doing it. Go. Now the only tricky part is right here where they meet, and you just need to have a light touch here. You're going to look for any tears down in here to see if you're coming across too far and headed uphill. And you can get by with a little something there, but not much. And then just this one, as you see, this has got a little dip in it here. It comes back up slightly right here, but it's very slight, and I'm going ahead and cutting that uphill with the spokeshave, and as long as it lets me do it, I'll do it. You know, if it starts tearing with me, then I'll have to go back that way to the middle, but long train. Okay, there we go. It's ready to have some holes bored in it now, or at least the first thing we'll do is fit this to the chair seat that I'm going to carve next. So, okay, next time I see you, we'll start in on the seat.